There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Welcome everyone to the Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and again, we're doing another short episode. I have set it up so that we can go over what we need to tonight. I've got a couple topics. I want to go over, a couple things. So we'll do that. Again, remember, if you have any news or if you have any topics that you'd like us to talk about on Hit or Miss or news articles you'd like us to go over, uh, please make sure they are firearm or Second Amendment friendly or related. Doesn't have to be friendly. It can be unfriendly to a news. It's just as long as it's Second Amendment related news, we'll try and go over it if we can. Okay. Just remember to email nightstrike1@gmail.com. That's NIGHTSTRYKE at gmail.com. And yeah, if you get in early enough, I can make it in the show. If not, well, whenever we can. All right. I gotta go and make sure I'm live. I don't know if I'm live. Am I live? It says I'm live. It says I'm live. All right. So let's go check out the YouTube side. All right. So yes, we're doing Hit or Miss early tonight. Yes, yes. I know. It's weird, but it's how it's working tonight. We got DJ Plain Eyes out there. We've got Night Shaft. We got NY Outcast. We've got C&T to Design and Arms. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, Coop? New York Outcast is out there. Rob is going, Rob is being Rob. Anyways, topics tonight. First up, let's see. Can I do screen share? Can I do an image? Let's see. All right. I'll try and screen share what I'm reading, so that'll make it a little easier. Nope, not that. Wrong window. Wrong window. I don't know why it's doing this to me. All right. Window. Let's see if that works. See if you guys can see that. If you can, great. If you can, we'll try something else. We also got DM Foss out there saying hello, Night Strike One. Hello, DM Foss. Hello, DJ Plain Ice. Hello, yes, hello. All right. So the first order of business this evening is Governor Mike DeWine signs SB 215, making Ohio the 23rd constitutional carry state. Which there is some contesting on this because apparently the Indiana and Alabama also got that, but we're going to go over that. Indiana, we're not too sure on that because I'm not sure if they had enough votes for a veto override, and I'll check the Indiana thing and get back to you on that one. I know Alabama got it, so we'll cover that. There's also Nebraska's having things with it too. So we're going over a lot of constitutional carry stuff tonight. So, great news. So, anyways, Mike DeWine signs SB 215, making Ohio the 23rd contested on the number constitutional carry state. So the fact that Alabama Governor Kay Ivey affixed her signature to a bill last week, making the Yellowhammer state the 22nd to make criminalist carry the law, shouldn't really have shocked anyone. But today's news that Governor Mike DeWine has made Ohio number 23rd is a surprise to many who generally weren't sure where he'd come down on the constitutional carry question. Because as we know before, Mike DeWine has been wishy-washy on Second Amendment news. Not Second Amendment news, but Second Amendment itself. Mike DeWine has said yes and no, yes and no. He's wishy-washy. He's not a Republican that's for, just, the Second Amendment, the Constitution. He's wishy-washy. We know this, and if you don't, you've been filled in. Anyways, as you can imagine, the news wasn't taken well by our friends in the civilian disarmament industrial complex. They go on saying today Governor DeWine signed the gun lobby over public safety over the safety of Ohio's law enforcement officers who work every day to protect our community, said Christine Woodworth, a volunteer with the Ohio chapter of Moms Demand Action. Yes, they do need action because they don't get enough. Our state has some of the weakest gun laws in the country, and today we lost one of the last foundational public safety measures on the books for no reason other than to satisfy the gun lobby. We will hold our leaders accountable come November. You mean, you mean you didn't want constitutional carry? Oh no, shocker. Well, I got news for you, buddy. It doesn't matter whether it was over safety. What does the Constitution and your rights say? The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And looks like in the state of Ohio, that's true. Anyways, they go on to whine and complain like, children, saying, by signing this bill into law, Governor DeWine has made it clear he prioritizes the interests of the gun lobby over law enforcement and public safety advocates from across the state, said Cordelia Vanderveer, a volunteer with Students Demand Action in Ohio. Uh, Kid, I got news for you. If you are a student, okay, continue being a student. Actually go to college and get a degree that's worth something, arts degree. Anyways, I know I'm complaining about this, but some of this stuff pisses me off when I have to read some of this stuff. Anyways, law enforcement agrees permitless carry will not make our state safer. It will do the opposite. And Governor DeWine signed this bill into law anyways. We will hold him and the Ohio legislator accountable for this blatant step backwards at the ballot box. I hate to say this, Libbytard, but I don't think there's going to be a blue wave this midterm. I'm sorry, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening this time. That's for damn sure. You had your chance. Look at the gas prices. Don't think so. I think Ohio's just going to be fine. Ohio will be fine. We're sure the governor is quaking in his booties at the jaw-dropping news that every town at all will be proposing a Republican governor in the next election cycle. That's as if they were ever for a Republican governor in the first place. FYI, they weren't. Meanwhile, Floridians have been left hanging by their GOP-dominated legislator yet again, despite Governor Ron DeSantis' promise to sign a constitutional carry bill that gets to his desk. And here's the Firearms Policy Coalition statement cheering the news from Ohio. Today, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine signed the Firearms Policy Coalition supported Bill SB 2215 into law and rightfully defended the truth we've known to be self-evident long before our nation's founding. Government permission slips are not required for the free exercise of the people's natural right to keep and bear arms. Under the new law, which takes effect in 90 days, Ohio residents aged 21 or older and not otherwise prohibited from owning a firearm will no longer need a license to carry, either open or concealed. Hell yeah. We recognize that the historic achievement in human liberty would not be possible without the dedicated effort made by good people of Ohio on behalf of our members and supporters. FPC thanks Governor DeWine, bill sponsor Senator Terry Johnson, and the numerous Ohio senators and representatives for their unwavering leadership in making Ohio the 23rd state to enact permitless carry legislation, a trend we aim to continue in the months and years ahead. God bless you. And that's the article there. Let's go through some of the comments. Travis says Nebraska constitutional carry is still ways out, but we're making progress. I want it as soon as possible, but July 4th, 2022 would be an epic day to make it happen. Yes, it would. Rob says an art degree will make you rich. Yeah, tell that to all the kids that got a liberal arts degrees and now they can't put food on the table because they can't find a decent 9-to-5 job that pays well. Anyways, we got some other comments. BA versus BS degrees battle. No, Post-secondary education is a good idea regardless of the program of study. It is, but I argue that a liberal arts degree is nothing more than a waste of time, and the piece of paper on it is not worth the price you have to pay to get it. Personal opinion, obviously. So, anyways, let's move on. We're gonna go to Alabama. There we go. We're moving on. Alabama joins the Constitutional Carry Club. Moms mostly mum. Ooh, ooh. See, look at that. They do not look happy. They do not look happy at all. Look at that. No wonder they demand action. With faces like those, they ain't getting any. That's for sure. Anyways, the great state of Alabama joined the Constitutional Carry Club after Governor Kay Ivey signed the bill into law on Thursday. The measure becomes effective January 1st, 2023. Governor Ivey seemed quite proud of her legislator, and rightly so. Here's the tweet. She said, "Here in Alabama, we dare defend our rights, and we will always defend the right of Alabamians to keep and bear arms. Alabama free, Alabama strong." All right. All right. We got Ting Ting out there. Ting Ting, I love you. If you're wondering which party supports gun control, wasn't a single Alabama Democrat in their House or Senate who co-sponsored or voted for the legislation. Yep, we know. We know. We know. Fox News has the story. The measure, House Bill 272, was sponsored by Republican State Representative Shane Stringer and eliminates the need for gun owners in the state to obtain a permit from a county sheriff's office in order to legally carry a concealed firearm in the state. The legislation was passed last month by Alabama House of Representatives, and a variation of the bill made its way successfully through the Senate last week, which, with Alabama included, are now 23 actually, constitutional carry states in America. Most recently, Iowa and Texas implemented similar measures last month. A Georgia Senate committee approved a bill that would allow gun owners to carry their firearms in public without a permit. The sponsor of the bill noted some of the areas where a carry license will still be required, from WTVM via MSN. The sponsor of the legislation, Representative Shane Stringer, says permits will still be needed in certain instances. Okay, and honestly, in a state of which, a state of I actually like Ting Ting, Rob, but in a state of which you get constitutional carry, you still want a carry permit. Just you don't need it. No, you do not need it. But where you would want one is if you have to go and visit another state of which may not have constitutional carry, and if that state doesn't, you have to have your state's concealed carry permit to continue to carry if they don't have constitutional carry. That's one reason why you would have a permit in a state if your state already had constitutional carry. It's for the added benefit of carrying where the other state, because remember, another state may not recognize and reciprocate a constitutional carry law, but they will a concealed carry permit. It's just how it goes. But again, I'm getting off topic here, so I'm gonna go through this. So the sponsor of the legislation, Representative Shane Stringer, says permits will still be needed in certain instances. You'll still need a permit for going across state lines to other states. You'll also need a permit in anything to do with school grounds or sporting events where you parking on school grounds, or maybe even going through a car line to pick up your children or grandchildren. If you have a weapon in your car, you'll still need a permit for that, explained Stringer. Moms Demand Action websites had no easily discernible mention of the news, nor any calls to flood Governor Ivey's office with calls to oppose signing. Meanwhile, over at Everytown, the best they could do was a story buried on the Alabama page. Apparently, Alabama House votes to pass dangerous permitless carry legislation. Alabama Moms Demand Action Students demand action, respond. Ooh, scary. In their story, in their best Chicken Little voice, they cried how the sky is falling in comments attributed to a volunteer with their Alabama chapter, again from Everytown. Today's decision flies in the face of the law enforcement officers who have committed their lives to protecting us, said Susan Kirkpatrick, a volunteer with the Alabama chapter. The Alabama House has ignored research, reason, and expertise, choosing violence over public safety and jeopardizing the well-being of our communities. This vote has moved us another step in the opposite direction of where we should be headed. Says who? Why does Susan want to take steps to recreate past tyrannies? Why doesn't she want to advance towards freedom and liberty? Whose agenda is she really on? Think about that. Maybe it's her white privilege. After all, she's scoffing at the idea that somebody might actually have to take steps to defend their families. It sounds like the personal security equivalent of saying, just have the maid do it. For Miss Kirkpatrick, doesn't it? Anyways, welcome, Alabamians. Well, after New Year's Day 2023, come on, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Ohio got it, so now we got Indiana and Pennsylvania. I don't know what's going on with Indiana yet, so as I said, I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, things are going well. Things are going very well. We're going to go over this one. Nebraska constitutional carry passes first filibuster hurdle. Travis, check this out. All right. Nebraska constitutional carry, or their permitless carry, in parentheses, is advancing in the Nebraska State Senate. On March 11th, 2022, the Senate, Nebraska, is the only state with an unicameral legislator, voted for cloture on LB 773. Cloture votes in Nebraska are required after 8 hours of debate in this stage of the legislative process, which is designated general file. The general file vote is considered the most difficult hurdle for a bill to overcome on the way to becoming a law in Nebraska. The cloture vote needed 33 votes, or 2/3 of the Senate, to proceed. There are 49 senators in the Nebraska State Senate. And this is from Omaha.com. Nebraska law allows people to carry visible weapons in the Capitol, as Schroeder did, although they cannot be taken into the legislative chamber. Concealed weapons are barred from the building. Lawmakers adjourned without reaching a vote on LB 773 as opponents mounted a filibuster. A motion to cut off the filibuster is expected Friday morning, about two more hours of debate. This motion needs 33 votes to succeed. Senator Tom Brewer has been the moving force behind the constitutional carry in the Nebraska legislature. Sorry, a little dry. It has been a top priority for him for the last 6 years. That's a long time. 6 years. You wouldn't think 6 years is a long time, but 6 years is pretty long. Yeah. So anyways, LB 773 received 33 yes votes. Then 3 votes were changed from no to yes to make it 36 total yes votes. I spoke to Senator Brewer a couple of hours ago. This is from this is from the article, and Senator Brewer opined. He had his opinion. He had the votes to pass constitutional carry if he could get the bill to a floor vote. The vote on March 11th showed that Senator Brewer, Republican, 43, I guess 43rd district, is able to count votes. It is an important skill for a legislator. Tony Baker of Senator Tom Brewer's office was willing to spend some time on the telephone and answer questions. The 3 senators who changed their votes from no to yes after it was clear 733 was it 730? Yeah, they say after 733 had passed the general file vote were Senator Carol Blood of District 3, Senator Jen Day of District 49, and Senator John McAllister of District 20. All three senators are reputed to be left of center. Senators in Nebraska do not have an official party designation. Senators Blood and Day are said to be flavored Democrat, while Senator McCollister is said to be flavored Republican. 32 of the Nebraska senators are said to be flavored Republican. The Nebraska legislature has a unique filibuster system, which makes it as difficult to enact a bill as in a two-chamber legislature. First, a bill has to get through the general file with a limit of 8 hours debate before a cloture vote. A two-thirds majority was required, giving a determined minority of one-third a veto on any legislation. After the general file vote, the select file vote is scheduled with a limit of 4 hours of debate before the cloture vote, which also requires two-thirds supermajority vote. Then a final reading is scheduled with a limit of 2 hours of debate before the cloture vote, which also requires a two-thirds supermajority vote to pass. Effectively, determined opponents of a bill have three different opportunities to find more than one-third of senators to kill a bill in Nebraska. This is 17 senators. Tony Baker said the three groups are necessary to move a bill such as constitutional carry through the Nebraska legislature. The three groups are senators, the people, thousands called in, email, and wrote cards, and the legal counsel. Baker said Dick Clark, legal counsel to Senator Brewer, is the best constitutional lawyer in the central United States of America. All right. They got people on this. We got people in Nebraska. Nebraska, they're making it happen. Baker said the thousands of Nebraska citizens who supported the bill were absolutely essential to move this bill this far. He singled out the Nebraska Firearms Association as being particularly helpful. Travis, Defense Dad, you know what we're talking about. Now, the passage of Constitutional Carry Bill 773, LB 773, through the general file means the final passage is likely. Legislative approval will not be complete until the final reading vote is taken. If the bill passes the Senate, it will be sent to the governor for approval. The governor has 5 days, not counting Sundays, to sign or veto a bill. If he does nothing, the bill becomes law. The Senate can override a veto with a 3/5 vote, which in Nebraska is 30 senators. They had 36 votes, so I would say it's likely. But anyways, that was from what was it, Amaland by Dean Weingarten. Met him before. Great guy, wonderful conversationalist. If you ever get a chance to go to gun rights policy, he almost always goes. If you can, go and meet him. He is a wealth of knowledge, I tell you. I sat right next to him at Gun Rights Policy Conference in 2019. Great guy. All right. Let's see. Let's go through some of the comments real quick before we continue on. So, let's see. All right, I'm going up. I'm scrolling up, so it's not anything. Oh, we got some comments. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Seven Wonders is out there. Watch out. All right. Travis says I've also been a strong supporter of vocational tech process. Okay, that's that. I'm hoping for comments on the gun stuff. So, let's try and find some gun comments here. All right. Let's see. Come on, guys. All right. Here, C&T Design and Arms it says going to be blood in the streets. All the criminals can carry guns now. That's not what those bills say, and you know that. But thank you for that one. I was waiting for that one. All right. Why they make it so the CC kicks in so long after the bill is signed makes no sense. Well, that's for every state. If you haven't noticed, a lot of these bills they don't become law until after 90 days after it passes. It doesn't matter which state, it's usually 90 days or it's a number of set days, which is really weird, but I guess they're just they figure 90 days or 3 months to figure that all law enforcement is filled in that the law has changed, so they need to back off. And I guess that's just to get all the information out to tell everybody you have to abide by this, and if you don't, you lose your job. Or you get sued and you lose your job. You know? Ting Ting says, haha, so tired of white privileges thingy. My Asian privileges tells me anyone crying white privilege is a lazy ass. Yes, they are. Exactly. Because they don't have an actual real, real argument to a debate. It's just, that. Uh, Manitopware says Indiana constitutional carry didn't start on the governor's desk until today. They are playing games where both House Speaker and President temporum had to sign off on it, which PPT didn't until today. So things are going in Indiana. Things may happen. We don't know yet. So it's still up in the air. So Vanessa Kitty's getting into the storage unit. Watch out. Watch out. Let's see. Any more? Yep. 7, watch out. You watch out. You don't mess with Ting Ting. I got Ting Ting's back. Anybody who messes with Ting Ting has to answer to me and then answer to Swampy, Swamp Dog Armory, Flying Rich, and then John Crump. And you don't want to mess with Crump. So, just saying. Ting Ting's throwing this out there. When the ATF disregards our comments about bump stocks and 80%, should we really trust anything? No, we shouldn't. Honestly, no, we shouldn't. And that it sucks that I have to say that. It really does. Yeah. So, anyways, even Washington State did not listen to anyone about the magazines. No, it's true. But come elections, that may bite them in the ass, and it might get repealed. You never know. Well, here's hoping. Crossing my fingers. Washington is pretty liberal. And unfortunately, it's only really just Seattle it's liberal, and the rest of the damn state is Republican. It's a weird life that only one city gets to dictate for the entire state, which is not like that in South Carolina. Yeah, we got a lot of Democrats. We got a couple Democrat counties, but for the most part, South Carolina, more people want to live outside of the city than inside the city. It's weird, but it happens. You know why? Because you can get a nice house and land that you can shoot on outside of the city, but in city, well, if you really want that 3x3 lawn, 3 foot by 3 foot lawn with front lawn with no backyard, it's up to you. Anyways, Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, seen latest news. Putin is saying Alaska needs to be returned to Russia, along with some fort in California that was a Russian colony. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. CT Design Arms says, I watched and listened to the Dems' arguments against concealed carry, and they were insane. One actually said that judges were going to start getting killed. Bullshit. Sorry, I said that out loud. CT Design Arms says, me too. Ting loves AKs, so she is cool in my book. Ting Ting is very cool in my book, too. So, and anyways, everybody heard what I said to Ting Ting earlier, so there you go. I like Ting. All right. Trust the ATF? Now that's funny, Rob says. NYX. Yes, it is funny. It is funny. DM Foss says the SAF is bringing a lawsuit over the Washington mag ban. Yeah, just like, how they're bringing the lawsuit for the bump stock ban. DM Foss, you got an uphill battle, and all I have to say to you is I salute you, buddy, and good luck. Daniel says at Night Strike, did you see the Dems in the Senate did something useful and voted to get rid of daylight savings time? That's a whole bag of cats, Daniel. I don't want to go over daylight savings time. I really don't. Honestly, it has its uses. I know it pisses people off. It has its uses. And that's all I'm going to say. So, C&T Design Arms says, screwdriver, the AFT. Let's go, Brandon. On that note, let's
go, Brandon. I agree.
Christmas miracle. Yeah. That's all we got from President.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
How do you spell that? And he also says stuff like this.
All men and women created by go. The thing.
The thing. Yes, the thing. Yes, I got it. The thing. All right. Anyways, so C&T Design Arms says GOA is looking for people in Washington to sue the AFT over the mag bans. Well, it's not the AFT you need to sue. It's the Washington State Legislature you got to sue. Quite honestly, but M. Gabriel says, I want double permanent daylight savings. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, I think we started a few minutes late, but we also made the half hour. So Ghost is going live soon. So I'm gonna get out of here. And this is the short edition part 3. Yes, we did it early, but that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen sometimes. So, but I want to thank everybody that was out there with us this evening. So let's go through the list and say goodbye. DJ Plainice was out there. Night Shaft is out there. Rob D, C&T Design and Arms is out there. Let's see who else was out there. Who else? M. Gabriel was out there. Ghost Shadow was out there. Travis P was out there. DM Foss was out there. Who else? Ting Ting, Ting Ting is out there. Still love you, Ting Ting. Still love you. Who else? Men of Tupperware was out there. Yeah, we had Men of Tupperware. 7 Wonders. Hide your wives and daughters. 7 Wonders was out there. Warsaw Patriot was out there. Who else is out there? Vanessa Kitty was out there. 2 Live Moo. The Moo Butt himself was out there. Who else do we have? Who else? I'm going through the list. I don't know. I didn't see anybody else out there. Oh, wait, Scott was out there. Scott 79 was out there. And that seems about it for this evening. So Daniel was out there. Daniel was out there. So we got Daniel. So with that, we'll see you guys later. Thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss, the early and short edition, part 3. And we will be back tonight with Sean Ponery on Sean Ponery's channel for the War Room to cover the news and articles that happened in the Ukraine, in the war against Russia. So if you're interested in hearing what happened today, go over to Sean Ponery's channel and check that out. So with that, we will see you all later. Thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss. Now, how do I turn this damn thing off?